Go and try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up. Then that ass be poking out them jeans up and sparking up like the fireworks.
What's poppin'? It is Sunday, November, and I can finally start working on this app again because our alpha test is done. So, or you know, it depends on what you define as done. So basically, I had, like I said in the last video, I sent out the alpha test to a lot of testers. I think I sent 13 in total, right? This is the interesting part. I got no one who filled in the form which I so kindly made where you could submit your feedback, and I got like 7 people testing it after I reminded them 3 times. No, I did only send this to friends and family, who apparently I need new ones of, but it should be enough for us to get somewhere at least, because we got some good feedback. We got it on email, WhatsApp, you know, in the test app itself. I got it in person in some cases, so we definitely have enough info to just, you know, reiterate and build on this app, but we would have liked to have some more info than which we had and some more feedback. But you know, you gotta work with what you do. I guess people have busy lives watching Netflix or whatever the hell they're doing. Now okay, now I'm being judgmental. They're probably all busy for sure. But you know, they all agreed to test this. I was hoping that some more people would have provided feedback, but they did not. So the plan now then is to go through all of this feedback, and then we're gonna enter it into our nice gyro board where we'll have all of the improvements and iterations which we need to do for the next version of the app, the 1.02. So it's still gonna be, you know, a beta version, but we're gonna have some big improvements based on, you know, what people actually thought and the feedback which they provided. Without further ado, let's get to it. What's up? We're back in the office here, and now we're gonna go through the various pieces of feedback which we got for this test. Like we saw in the last video, I sent out this whole Wonder Sagas test for the people which I had on the list, and I sent it out to 15 people via email and then 6 people via public link. Let's see how many people tested it for each one. 4 people tested the email one, I was one of them. Public link, we had 6 people tested, you know, not too bad. So I think, yeah, that's like 10 out of 15, right? But we only got feedback from like 8 people, so you know, could be better, but could be worse as well for sure. I made this whole nice spreadsheet where, you know, I thought everyone's gonna fill in the form which I send out, and they're gonna put their answers here, but nope, no one used the form. Oh well. What I thought I was gonna do, because I got some feedback in person, I got it some on WhatsApp, some via email, you know, so I thought I might go over it here and then just illustrate what the issues which they're highlighting are. So I got this handy phone here, which we're gonna throw up the screen record video now. And hopefully there's not going to be too much stuff going on the screen for you to not be able to see. But we're going to just go through the issues, and then I'll demonstrate it on the phone. Then we'll add it to our nice gyro board where we will be tracking all of the changes which we need to make. So let's get going. First of all, from my very good friend, I got this very good feedback from on email. You know, this is the only person who actually sent proper feedback for all of this. So let's go through what he has to say. So for Test Saga 19, he says, it does not appear to work. Obviously this is in Swedish, so you'll have to take my translations. If we test, yeah, Test Saga 19, all gray. Probably because we don't have any data in it. Oh well. Okay, that's an easy fix though. I think, yeah, we won't even add that to the gyro board because these are just test sagas, right? Okay, next point is, it takes a while for the stories to load when you click them up in the search or category view. Is there any way to make it faster? I mean, we could probably cache them somehow, right? So let's add that as a pointer, and we'll make that an app feature which we need to add. Moving on to his next piece of feedback. When you're in the sign-in view, apparently you can't scroll down. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, you can write the text, you can press next, etc. But you can't scroll down to be able to see the things. Yeah, good point. So let's make the sign-in and sign up page scrollable. Moving on, point 4. The texts in email and password are ending up outside of the box. Yeah, a little bit. When you put the cursor on the email, for example, you end up with the email text going outside of the box, so like on the edge of the box. It doesn't really look that nice. I guess you kind of want it to be contained in the box, right? That's a good piece of feedback. Or I guess you would be okay if it goes completely outside, but it's not nice when it ends up on the edge like that. Anyway, we'll need to fix that one. Okay, this is actually something a lot of people pointed out, and this is a very good piece of feedback, and that's when you search for a saga, nothing comes up. because it's cap sensitive. So for example, if I type in large T, then we get all of them. But it needs to be, we need to make the search non-cap sensitive. Cap, no cap, or cap, who knows. Apparently that's a word these days. Okay, and then in display view, so let's sign in. The white borders are not that nice because, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, basically his feedback is that, you know, this whole, in the white box, it shouldn't really be touching the edge. So I guess we can make this one look a little bit nicer. We can bring the box in a little bit maybe and bring the whole bottom row up, I guess, to make it look a bit more good. So yeah, that's a good piece of feedback too. Nice, okay, I think that's all feedback from this person. You know, he's the only one who provided valuable and insightful, no, everyone provided valuable feedback, but this was the most detailed one for sure. So thank you for that, my guy. Hopping over to WhatsApp. So this one I had to send, probably I'll blur all the other stuff because this is not really anything for the internet to see, if we put it that way. So if we take a look at some of the feedback which they had, you know, obviously they were quite confused, it seems like. Yeah, I guess that this is the same feedback here on this chat. You know, when you enter the text, the email goes out of the line, and then my search bar doesn't work. Yeah, same thing. Cap sensitivity, we already covered that. Yeah, I wrote that already. Yeah, that's it. Here's a football meme if you're interested. De Gea, I don't know, I don't really follow football. That's all the feedback from those people. And then what's positive is that you can view how many times the app crashed, for example. It never crashed for anyone, which is a really positive thing. So I think those are the main improvements which we have to make. Then I also spoke to my brother who tested this, and he suggested that one, the audio should be playable globally, because right now if you play one of the sagas, for example, say we take Test Saga 17 as an example, press play.
What's poppin'? Thank you so
much. And then we leave
for
the view.
Out the app and helping me test it, as you can probably.
It turns off. But then we kind of want that to pop up at the bottom, so we're gonna need to make the audio globally playable even when you leave the saga itself. What more was there? I feel like there was more feedback. Yeah, there's also this. My brother pointed out, I don't know how well you see it on camera, but now, for example, if you go at the bottom, there's this really nice scroll physics. It bounces a little bit, but when you go to the top, there's no bounce. So we kind of want to, on the search and category page, we kind of want bounce up and down. So scroll physics. And then my brother also had some more feedback that when there's padding on one side, but not on the other side. So for example, here on the categories, we have padding to the left because you can't go closer to the screen unless you swipe it. But there's this 5 pixel kind of piece of padding there. But when you scroll to the right, there's no padding at all. It just ends up, let's scroll all the sagas, for example. It just ends up to the right, which is, I mean, not a big thing, but definitely a good thing to change. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. That's one, good stuff. What else was there? Account details. Yeah, this was one. You should be able to edit your account details, which my brother also pointed out. Like that. So like, say you get married and you change your name. You want to be able to go in, you want to hit your name and then be able to type in a new name, and you'll be able to see that on your, or that will be the name which we refer to you by. Then my brother pointed out another one, or I think, I think multiple people pointed this out actually, in person though. And that's the problem that you can only change the state of the whole play page when it's playing. So for example now, if I try to move the bar, it won't move. Or if I try to like it or unlike it, what do you call it? The seeking duration bar does only work when you're actually playing the audio, so it's a bit laggy too. But you want to be able to have it on pause and then change it. Same with these 10 plus minus 10 buttons. I guess we want some feedback from them too. So we added those two, 77 and 78, which is those two cases. Feedback from the plus and minus 10 seconds, as well as being able to change the bar or the duration of this even when this sound is not playing. Nice, I'm not sure, I think that was it actually. Yeah, most people were quite happy about the layout, and you know, there was not much feedback on that whole front, so I'm quite happy with that. And you know, everyone could use the app, which is, if you think about it, just that it's a surprise itself, because I've built this in what, 3 months. I spent a lot of time on it, I'm not gonna lie. But like, this is the second proper app I built, and everyone's able to use it on their phones, and they're able to download it from the App Store, and it's wild, you know? Wild things. I'm super happy with that. Not to be cocky, but I'm proud of it. I guess also about this app we need to make that a lot prettier, because for example now if I press about this app I get this just a big ass list, and it's too accessible. This should be buried deep in the app itself. It shouldn't be accessible on this page. I guess one thing which we want to have is a loading indicator for the, because when you press listen now you can't press play until it loads, right? We want some kind of loading indicator. Oh, and also the images are too low quality now because they're not all the places where we have images, it needs to be resized so that even if the image is larger it compresses it down to a particular size, so we need to sort that out too. Because right now if you have a look at these images, like they're a bit, I guess it kind of works here because they're quite small, but then when you press here you'd want it to be a bit better quality because right now it's quite blurry. Sweet, there we have it. Okay, so we've gone through the alpha test. This is a big milestone because we've tested this app with, well, what did I say before? 8 people. 8 people have downloaded the app, used it on their phones, provided some feedback. You know, we have quite a few things to do. I'll probably come up with more in the next couple of days as I start working on this again, but I'm super excited to get working on this whole stuff again because obviously during 2 weeks I've just been waiting for this test to be complete and people to be able to test the app, and when I don't have anything to work on I go fucking crazy.
Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia. So I say to myself, I gotta find this guy. I gotta go up to his office. I gotta put his mail in the guy's goddamn hands. Otherwise, he's never gonna get it. He's gonna keep coming back down here.
Drippin', try your luck. Test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start it.